Sword Art Online is an overrated mess that quickly turns into a boring, frustrating disappointment. What starts with an intriguing premise is completely wasted on incoherent storytelling, rushed pacing, and painfully inconsistent world building. The plot jumps around so erratically that it feels like the writers were making it up as they went along, sacrificing any meaningful development for cheap twists and forced drama. The dialogue is cringe-worthy, filled with melodrama and unnatural exchanges that make it hard to take anything seriously. The characters are paper-thin archetypes with little growth or depth. Kirito, the overpowered and emotionless lead, is especially dull, while the rest of the cast mostly serve as forced romantic interests. Sword Art Online fails to live up to its potential at every turn, relying more on flashy visuals and tired tropes than actual substance. It's the kind of show that completely falls apart the moment you think about it for more than 2 seconds. There's a reason Sword Art Online has been the target of so much criticism since it first aired, and honestly, it deserves every bit of it. From its shallow characters to its convoluted, poorly paced storyline, the series constantly undermines its own potential. It takes a compelling premise and buries it under layers of lazy writing, uncomfortable fan service, and an obsession with making the protagonist absurdly overpowered. The hate isn't just random backlash, it's a reaction to the show's consistent failure to deliver meaningful storytelling or character development. Sword Art Online tries to pass itself off as deep and emotional, but beneath the surface, it's hollow and often pandering. It's no surprise that it became a punching bag for anime fans with good taste who expect more than style over substance. The Sword Art Online fanbase is downright delusional. They treat the show like it's some kind of flawless masterpiece, ignoring its glaring flaws as if pointing them out is blasphemy. The blind devotion is honestly hilarious. It's like they're watching a completely different series than everyone else. Instead of acknowledging the weak writing, shallow characters, and all the narrative shortcuts, they defend it with a cult-like loyalty. It's one thing to enjoy a show despite its flaws, but pretending Sword Art Online is peak storytelling just shows how low the bar is for some viewers.
If you're looking for a truly impressive film experience, you should definitely check out Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's an epic movie packed with stunning cinematography and visually breathtaking shots. Snyder's signature style shines through every frame, delivering a powerful and immersive story that elevates the superhero genre. Whether you're a fan of action, storytelling, or just incredible visuals, Zack Snyder's Justice League stands out as a must-watch cinematic event. The movie has an epic, grandiose feel throughout. It's massive in scope and scale, delivering a truly monumental experience that pulls you into its vast world. From the sweeping action sequences to the intense emotional moments, everything feels big and impactful. The movie is a noticeable improvement over the theatrical version, addressing many of the original's shortcomings. It offers a more cohesive story, deeper character development, and a richer visual experience, making it a far superior and more satisfying watch. Each of the actors delivers a fantastic performance as their characters. They bring depth and authenticity to their roles, making the story more engaging and the characters truly memorable. Their chemistry and commitment really elevate the film. Snyder's style is a perfect match for this movie. His signature use of striking visuals, dramatic lighting, and slow-motion sequences brings the story to life in a way that feels both epic and immersive. It's clear that his vision aligns seamlessly with the film's tone, making every scene more memorable. It's a real shame that the Snyderverse was canceled. There was so much potential left unexplored, and it would have been fascinating to see where the story went next. Snyder had a clear vision for the characters and the larger universe, and it's unfortunate that we'll likely never see that vision fully realized. Zack Snyder's Justice League is better than Sword Art Online in every conceivable way. Where Sword Art Online is shallow, incoherent, and riddled with cringe-worthy dialogue, Zack Snyder's Justice League delivers a powerful, emotionally resonant story with real weight behind it. Snyder's film has depth, purpose, and a clear creative vision, something Sword Art Online sorely lacks. The characters are bland, the pacing is a mess, and the story collapses under its own lack of substance. In contrast, Zack Snyder's Justice League earns its epic scale. It treats its characters with respect, gives them meaningful arcs, and presents a narrative that feels both grand and grounded. In short, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a cinematic achievement. Sword Art Online is a hollow, overhyped disappointment. In this video, let's dive into a detailed breakdown of the movie.
After the death of Superman in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Batman and Wonder Woman recruit the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg to form the Justice League and protect the world from Steppenwolf and his army of parademons who seek to find the three mother boxes. If you were in these characters' positions, what should you do? How can you defeat Steppenwolf and the parademons? In this video, I'll break down Zack Snyder's Justice League, explain all the mistakes made, see if I can make better decisions than the characters, and ultimately try to beat Steppenwolf and the parademons. Let's get started. The movie begins by showing how Superman died at the end of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. His screaming wakes the three mother boxes. Bruce Wayne travels to a random town to recruit Arthur Curry, also known as Aquaman. He goes alone, which is not a good choice. The residents of this town are poor, so they could have mugged Bruce Wayne since he announced he was carrying thousands of dollars or even killed him. Bruce Wayne should have brought some security with him or hired people to go instead of him. Aquaman declines Bruce's offer to join the team since he wants to be left alone, and he swims away. A group of hold a bunch of people hostage at a bank in London. Their plan is to use a bomb to destroy the nearby technology and bring the city back to the Dark Ages. But Diana Prince, also known as Wonder Woman, arrives. She takes the bomb and throws it into the sky so it explodes without harming anyone. I don't think there was another way to deal with the bomb, so unless Wonder Woman could deactivate it, throwing the bomb into the sky was the only choice. The try to shoot the hostages, but Wonder Woman protects them by deflecting all the bullets with her bracelets. She then kills the and rescues the hostages. This seems like total overkill. Wonder Woman could have just captured and the police outside could arrest them and send them to jail. She also did way more damage to the bank than the ever did. We move to Themyscira, where Steppenwolf and his parademons use a boom tube to teleport the location of the Mother Box. The Amazons fight Steppenwolf and his parademons, and others attempt to move the Mother Box away. This is not going to work. We already saw how Steppenwolf can simply teleport to wherever he wants to, so it doesn't really matter how far the Amazons go. The better decisions would be to fight and kill Steppenwolf. There's no way you can outrun him. The arrows don't do much damage against Steppenwolf since he's wearing armor, but his face isn't protected. Therefore, the Amazons should all aim at Steppenwolf's face. He wouldn't be able to do anything about that, or don't even use the arrows. We see that the Amazons have swords and spears, so they should use those. Steppenwolf defeats the Amazons and takes the Mother Box. A ton more Amazons show up, but where were they earlier? It's a bit late now since Steppenwolf has teleported away. We see that Steppenwolf teleports to a remote region in Russia. He goes to a toxic nuclear power plant and puts the Mother Box in a stone monolith. Huge roots emerge from the ground and surround the nearby area. Steppenwolf orders his parademons to find the other two missing Mother Boxes. Since Bruce wasn't able to recruit Aquaman, he plans to go after Barry Allen, also known as the Flash. At Star Labs, the janitor and a few other employees get abducted by parademons. Dr. Silas Stone goes back to his home where his son Victor has been hiding. The Amazons light the ancient warning fire to let Wonder Woman know that the invasion is coming. Diana sees on the news that the fire has been lit, so she goes underground near the warning fire and discovers a huge mural of Darkseid. Aquaman saves a fisherman in the middle of a storm. He goes for a drink and then he heads back to Atlantis. Aquaman talks with Vulko, who gives him his armor and trident. Back in Russia, Steppenwolf uses the stone monolith to contact Assad. We find out that Steppenwolf owes Darkseid 50,000 more worlds until he can return home. Diana goes to meet with Bruce, and she explains who the attackers are. They came here once before, long ago. The leader of the invaders was Darkseid. In order to conquer, the three Mother Boxes have to be synchronized and joined together to form the Unity, which cleanses a planet with fire and transforms it into a copy of the enemy's world. All who live become servants of Darkseid. The gods, men, Atlanteans, Amazons, and Guardians from the Sky teamed up to fight Darkseid and his army. Darkseid is the biggest threat here, so instead of getting distracted with the parademons, everyone should focus on Darkseid and attack him together. Sure, Darkseid is very strong and powerful, but there's no way he can single-handedly take on everyone else. Darkseid is defeated, but he wasn't killed. Big mistake here. They should have gone for the head. Darkseid is gonna want revenge, so he's going to return sooner or later. The defenders of Earth should have finished the job and killed Darkseid when they had the chance. Also, instead of just standing there, they should have destroyed all of Darkseid's ships. The 3 mother boxes were left behind on Earth. Men, Atlanteans, and Amazons would each guard one of the 3 mother boxes. But why keep all 3 mother boxes on Earth? The Green Lanterns could have taken the boxes and scattered them throughout the galaxy. Diana previously stated that the mother boxes were indestructible, but how do they know that's true? They should at least try a bunch of different ways to destroy the mother boxes. Furthermore, why are the humans just burying the mother box? They should keep it in a secure and safe location. Some good places include Fort Knox, the Vatican Secret Archives, the White House, Bold Lane Car Park, and Area 51. Those are some of the most protected places in the world. If the mother box was at one of those locations, I'm sure that Steppenwolf would have a hard time trying to get to it. At Central City, Barry Allen is applying for a job at a doggy daycare. He uses his super speed to save Iris West from getting hit by a truck. The truck driver shouldn't have been eating and driving. You need to have both hands on the wheel and not get distracted when you're driving. If you get hungry while driving, just simply stop and eat your food and then continue driving. Steppenwolf kidnaps several Atlanteans, and he uses a spider-like gadget to force one of them to reveal the location of the second mother box. Bruce goes to Central City to find Barry Allen while Diana goes to look for Victor Stone, also known as Cyborg. We learn about Victor's backstory through a flashback scene. He played football for Gotham City University. Victor and his mother are driving home after a game, but they get into a car accident. Victor's mother didn't survive, and Victor is also not going to make it. However, Silas promises to not let Victor die. In the present, Silas gives Victor a recording. Victor listens to the recording and discovers what his powers are. He can control all the technology in the world. Barry visits his father in prison. He's trying to get a criminal justice degree since he believes that his father didn't kill his mother. Barry's father wants him to give it all up and stop visiting him because he's a drag on his life. Bruce goes to Barry's home and he reveals that he's the Batman. Bruce is very quick to trust Barry. He's lucky that Barry is actually a good guy. If not, then Barry could have easily killed Bruce and taken his money. Once again, Bruce should have brought some security with him. Barry agrees to join Bruce's team since he needs friends, and together they fly back to Gotham. Alfred built a gauntlet that can dissipate energy for Bruce. Why not do that for the entire Batsuit? What if Bruce can't block an incoming attack with his gauntlet? Victor contacts Diana through Bruce's computer, and they agree to meet up in person. Diana tries to convince Victor to join the team, but he flies off without giving a response. Victor goes to the cemetery to dig up his grave and bury the mother box there. Once again, this is not a good choice. You need to keep the mother box in a secure and safe location. At Star Labs, Dr. Ryan Choi shows Silas that the Kryptonian metal can be superheated. Silas returns home, but he gets abducted by a parademon. How did he not notice the parademon in the corner? It doesn't seem like something you would miss. Commissioner Gordon is notified of the kidnappings. He shines the bat signal into the sky to talk with Batman. In Atlantis, Mara talks with some of the guards. She speaks with a British accent, even though she didn't have one in the 2018 Aquaman film. Steppenwolf uses a boom tube to teleport to the mother box in Atlantis. How does Steppenwolf even breathe underwater? He's not an Atlantean. Mara tries to fight Steppenwolf, but she isn't able to defeat him on her own. Steppenwolf is about to kill Mara, but Aquaman arrives in the nick of time to save her. Steppenwolf and Aquaman fight, but Steppenwolf is able to beat Aquaman and takes the second mother box, then teleports away. I'm not sure how Aquaman lost the fight. He should have been much stronger than Steppenwolf since they're fighting underwater. Also, why isn't Aquaman using his armor and trident we saw earlier? Moreover, the Atlanteans should have more than a few guards. There were hundreds of Amazons defending the mother box on Themyscira. Victor returns home to find that his father has been captured. He sees the bat signal in the sky. Back in Russia, Steppenwolf puts the second mother box into a stone monolith, which creates a force field around the area. Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash meet with Commissioner Gordon on a rooftop to talk with him, and Cyborg also joins the group shortly after. The heroes find out that people who are being abducted are being kept in tunnels underneath Metropolis, near Stryker's Island, so they travel there in Batman's Nightcrawler. Steppenwolf is interrogating the employees of Star Labs to find the location of the third mother box. He's about to kill Silas, so Cyborg attacks Steppenwolf to save his father. Wonder Woman and Steppenwolf fight one-on-one, while the other heroes rescue the hostages. That's totally not necessary. I'm sure the Flash can save hostages on his own, so the others can help Wonder Woman fight Steppenwolf. After saving the hostages, Cyborg hijacks Batman's Nightcrawler and shoots a missile at Steppenwolf. However, Steppenwolf catches the missile and redirects it at the tunnel. He teleports out as water floods in. Why didn't Cyborg detonate the missile when Steppenwolf caught it? He can control all technology. Cyborg could have also redirected the missile back at Steppenwolf. The heroes are about to drown, but Aquaman shows up and saves them. I'm not sure how Aquaman knew where the other heroes were, since they never told him their location, but they escape in the Nightcrawler. Cyborg reveals that he has the third mother box. Steppenwolf once again contacts Desaad and lets him know that he found the anti-life equation, which is carved into the surface of the Earth. Darkseid then appears, and Steppenwolf promises that he will find the third mother box and synchronize the Unity. The heroes meet up in Bruce's Bruce's lair. Cyborg explains how he got the Mother Box and what happened to him after his accident. The heroes then plan to use the Mother Box to revive Superman. In the meantime, Martha goes to meet Lois, but is actually Martian Manhunter in disguise. The heroes go to Superman's grave to dig up his coffin, and they travel to the Kryptonian ship. Cyborg uses his powers to evacuate the research facility. There's not enough charge left in the Mother Box, so the Flash uses his super speed to create an electrical current to wake the box. The plan works and Superman is resurrected. The Mother Box lands on a nearby car and Superman flies away to his memorial. The other heroes come to talk with Superman, but something's wrong with him. Cyborg's auto-defense systems activate on their own and he attacks Superman. Superman retaliates and fights the heroes. He's way too strong and nearly kills everyone. Batman should have had some kryptonite nearby in case Superman was hostile. He already knows that kryptonite is Superman's weakness since they fought earlier. Superman is about to kill Batman, but Lois shows up and calms him down. Superman then flies away with Lois and Steppenwolf teleports to the Kryptonian ship. Silas has taken the Mother Box and he sacrifices himself to try and destroy it. However, he wasn't able to destroy the Mother Box, so Steppenwolf steals it and teleports away. It turns out that Silas wasn't trying to destroy the Mother Box, he was superheating it so the Mother Box could appear on a thermal satellite. Instead of giving up his life, Silas could have given the Mother Box to the heroes, and they can protect it from Steppenwolf. It's not smart to let Steppenwolf take the third and final Mother Box. Superman flies Lois to his old childhood home in Smallville. The other heroes go to Batman's Batcave and they manage to find where the Mother Boxes are located. Superman talks with Lois and he's not going to waste his second chance, so he joins the team. Steppenwolf has gathered all three Mother Boxes and he combines them to create the Unity. The heroes travel to Russia to fight Steppenwolf and they plan to destroy the tower to take down the Shield Dome. But why are they doing this on their own? They should ask for help from the Amazons and Atlanteans. I'm sure they would be eager to get even with Steppenwolf. Also, why doesn't Martian Manhunter come to assist the heroes? He would be very helpful as well. And where are the Green Lanterns? We know that the Green Lanterns exist in the universe since we saw one of them during the history lesson scene. Superman visits the Kryptonian ship and puts on a black suit instead of his usual red and blue suit. The other heroes arrive in Russia and Batman goes on his own to destroy the Shield Dome. I feel like someone else should have done this job. After all, Batman is just a regular human being and he doesn't have any superpowers. The parademons go after Batman and he lures them away in his Batmobile. The heroes work together and defeat several parademons. They eventually make their way towards Steppenwolf, but Aquaman announces their presence right before attacking Steppenwolf. This is not a good choice. They should have kept quiet and used the element of surprise. If they attacked Steppenwolf when he wasn't ready, they could probably kill him. Wonder Woman and Aquaman fight Steppenwolf while Cyborg tries to separate the three Mother Boxes. Steppenwolf attacks Cyborg, but Superman arrives in the nick of time to save him. He freezes Steppenwolf's axe and then shatters it. Why did it take this long for Superman to show up? He also has super speed, so he could have flown here in a few seconds. Superman fights Steppenwolf and easily defeats him. The Flash uses his super speed to create another electrical charge, but it's too late to separate the Mother Boxes. A boom tube opens, revealing Darkseid, Desaad, and Granny Goodness. But the Flash breaks the speed of light and reverses time. He creates the electrical charge, so Cyborg and Superman successfully break the Mother Boxes apart. Aquaman then stabs Steppenwolf with his trident, and Superman punches him away. Wonder Woman cuts off Steppenwolf's head as he passes into the boom tube. Darkseid crushes Steppenwolf's head underneath his foot and looks at the heroes before the boom tube closes. The heroes should have done something here. They had a chance to attack Darkseid, but they just stood there. Desaad mentions that the Mother Boxes have been destroyed, so this proves they're not indestructible as stated earlier in the film. Darkseid tells Desaad to ready the Armada. After the battle, the heroes return back home to their lives. Cyborg listens to the recording of his father letting him know that he's proud. Aquaman leaves Mera and Vulko to go see his father. Ryan Choi is now the director of nanotechnology at Star Labs. Bruce, Diana, and Alfred go to an abandoned building and hope to turn it into the Hall of Justice. Barry visits his father in prison again and tells him that he's gotten a job in a crime lab to get his foot in the door. Bruce bought the bank that owns Superman's home. We also find out that Lex Luthor has somehow escaped the Arkham Asylum. He meets with Slade Wilson, also known as Deathstroke, and reveals that Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. Batman has another nightmare, and we see what it would be like if Darkseid invaded Earth. Batman, Cyborg, Mera, Deathstroke, and the Flash are together. Joker is also there to taunt Batman, but offers him a truce since they need to work together for the time being. Evil Superman shows up, and the characters get ready to fight him, but then Bruce wakes up. The movie ends with him going outside to talk with Martian Manhunter. We see that the film is dedicated to Autumn, Zack Snyder's adopted daughter who passed away in 2017. And that's how to beat Steppenwolf and the Parademons in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Do you have any better strategies or methods? If so, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? I personally thought it was pretty good. It's definitely one of the best DC movies and it's way better than the 2017 theatrical version of the movie. I hope Zack Snyder makes some more DC movies. Be sure to also check out some of the other How to Beat complete videos on this channel. Well, that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a future upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
As you can see, Zack Snyder's Justice League is nothing short of a cinematic triumph. It's packed with epic, unforgettable moments that elevate the superhero genre to new heights. The action sequences are intense and beautifully choreographed, showcasing the full power and depth of each character. Speaking of characters, the film dives deeper into their stories, giving us emotionally rich and compelling portrayals that make the team feel more human and relatable. Visually, the movie is a masterpiece. Snyder's signature style shines through in every frame, from the dramatic lighting to the meticulously crafted visual effects that bring this larger-than-life world to life. And the performances, absolutely stellar. Every actor brings their A game, delivering powerful, nuanced performances that give real weight to the story. Whether you're a longtime DC fan or just love great filmmaking, this version of Justice League delivers on every level. It easily stands as one of the best superhero movies ever made, with its bold storytelling, rich character development, and stunning cinematic execution. It goes beyond typical genre expectations and delivers a truly epic experience, but also elevates the genre with depth, emotion, and style. Zack Snyder's Justice League surpasses Sword Art Online in every way. Where Justice League delivers strong storytelling, dynamic characters, and a cohesive, emotionally resonant narrative, Sword Art Online struggles with inconsistent writing, undeveloped characters, and the story that often falls short of its own potential. While both aim for epic scale, Justice League executes its vision with far greater impact and depth, making for a far more satisfying and memorable experience. Skip Sword Art Online entirely. It's a mess of lazy writing, flat characters, and wasted potential. Instead, spend your time on something actually worth watching, like Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's everything Sword Art Online wishes it could be. Bold, well-crafted, emotionally engaging, and visually stunning. Don't waste hours on awfulness when you could be watching a true cinematic experience.
Additionally, let's take a look at some other Zack Snyder films that are absolutely worth your time. Known for his distinct visual style and bold storytelling, Snyder has delivered several standout movies that showcase his talent for crafting epic, emotionally charged, and visually stunning cinema. Whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering his work, these films are definitely worth watching. 300 is a stunning, high-energy epic that transforms the Battle of Thermopylae into a fierce tale of bravery, sacrifice, and defiance. With stylized visuals, gripping slow-motion combat, and Gerard Butler's commanding performance, it's an action classic that inspires and entertains. Watchmen dives deep into the darker side of heroism with a complex, morally gray story set in an alternate 1980s. Visually rich and thought-provoking, it questions power, identity, and justice like few superhero films ever have, and it sticks with you long after the credits roll. Legend of the Guardians is a beautifully animated fantasy adventure that blends breathtaking visuals with a heartfelt coming-of-age journey. With themes of courage, loyalty, and destiny, it's a magical experience for all ages. Army of the Dead mixes heist thrills with zombie chaos in a high-octane ride through post-apocalyptic Las Vegas. Fast-paced, stylish, and full of explosive action, it's a wild genre mashup that delivers non-stop entertainment with Snyder's signature flair. Rebel Moon launches a new sci-fi universe with epic scale and cinematic spectacle. With rich world-building, thrilling battles, and a cast of rebels fighting for freedom, it's a space opera that combines heart and heroism in a bold and imaginative way.
Kal-El, no!